Hi, my name is Maddie. I feel that I would be a good fit for this position because I'm currently a certified pharmacy technician. I have experience with Medicaid and insurances, as well as billing insurances. I also love talking to people, I love communicating with people, and I have experience talking to people over the phone because I am a pharmacy technician and I've worked in a pharmacy where we have to answer phone calls and help bill insurances over the phone with some customers. I'm also very detail oriented and I love to be organized. I would love to work from home because it would give me a little bit more flexibility to go see my family a little bit more often, maybe travel a little bit more, but still be doing something that I love and having that social interaction. It would be hard for me because of less social interaction, I guess. I just wouldn't see as many people because I would be at home. But I feel like I would also get that interaction from talking to people on the phone and helping them. So that would be really fun. A time when I made a mistake at work and had to tell someone about it. I was working in a pharmacy and I was helping with the drive-through window that we had at that pharmacy. And so I had pulled the prescription for the customer at the window and I had helped them pay for it. And then they had asked me about some insurance things and a couple of things on their profile. So I'd help them with that. We were able to get it all figured out, and then they left. And after they left, I realized that I had forgotten to give them their prescription. So I still had their prescription that they paid for at the pharmacy. So that was kind of scary. I had to talk to the pharmacist on duty and explain the situation. And then he had me call the family and say that I still had the prescription ready for them. They were super kind about it and they were willing to come back to the pharmacy to pick it up. They came back and were able to get their prescription. But something I learned from that is that I need to be more organized in the way that I do things. So I should have just given them their prescription as soon as they paid for it and then help them with the next thing, um, as to not overwhelm myself with everything else. Um, Describe a conflict with a coworker or customer that I didn't handle well. I had a coworker, she's a little bit older than me, and I had a couple shifts with her about a month after I started working at this pharmacy. And she was something that was really hard for me because she was constantly telling me how to do my job, even though I'd been there for a while. And I didn't handle that the best. I would talk about her behind her back. I would complain to other coworkers, to my family, and I just let it bother me. And usually I don't have a ton of conflicts with customers or coworkers, but this was just something that kind of bothered me. And I think in the future, I would choose to not let it bother me. It really wasn't that big of a deal. But me saying all those things and talking behind her back made it a bigger deal. And so I think I just wouldn't complain and I would just know that I was doing my job. A situation where I had to deal with a distressed customer. I was working at a pharmacy again, and we had someone call us over the phone. We were almost closed, and they were going on vacation the next day, and they really needed this prescription. And we checked. I was trying to help them fill it. We didn't have the prescription in stock, and so they were kind of really nervous, freaking out. They had to leave the next morning before we were even open. So I put them on hold and I called around to a couple other pharmacies, some of our partner pharmacies, talked to my pharmacist, my other coworkers, and we were able to find a pharmacy that had that prescription for them. So I had to do a bunch of phone calls, called that pharmacy, told them to start getting the prescription ready, transferred it over, and then had to call the customer back and say, hey, we found a pharmacy. You should, if you can make it before they close, they'll have it ready for you. So I was able to help them with that, and they were able to get their prescription, which I was super happy about. I was glad that I was able to help them resolve that and have a good experience with our pharmacy. So there's a little bit about me.